Uh, Hi friends, this is Lokesh. Now I am going to say about graph algorithms in parallel and distributed computing. Mainly I will focus on the Prim's algorithm and flooding algorithm. Uh, Let us go into first I will say the introduction to graph algorithms. Uh, there are two types of graphs, sparse and dense graph. So a graph G equal to V comma E. Here V is vertex and E is edge. Can be of two types based on number of edges it has. So based on number of edges, the graph is divided into two types: sparse graph and dense graph. So uh, the graph G is called sparse if edges is much smaller than V square. Otherwise it is called dense. So basically, I will putting into a definition. What is dense graph? Dense graph is a graph in which the number of edges is close to the maximum number of edges. Like that sparse graph. So sparse graph is a graph in which the number of edges is close to the minimum number of edges. So sparse graph can be a disconnected graph. Uh, Now I will say the representation of the sparse graph and the dense graph. So the sparse graph is represented by the adjacency list and the dense graph is represented by the adjacency matrix. Now I will explain the example. If you see, uh, it is a graph. Now I written like this in the linked list. So this is called adjacency list. If you see from one, if you take vertex one, there are adjacent edges like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. So 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. This is like linked list. If you take 2, there is 2 to 3. So only 2 to 3. As it is directed graph, we will take only 2 to 3. So here in the format of linked list, 2 to 3. And next, when coming to the dense graph, it is represented by the adjacency matrix. So if you see like first we will write all vertices 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 2 3 4 5. If you see here check 1 to here 1 here 1. So 1 to 1. Is there any edge 1 to 1? No. So we put 0. 1 to 2. There is a edge 1. You must check like directed graph. You should be careful when you return these digits. Uh, you must check the direction of the edge also. So if you see 2 to 1, like here 2 to 1, 2 to 1 it is 0 because it is directed graph. Like this, the dense graph is represented in adjacency matrix. Now I will jump into the parallel and distributed algorithms. In parallel and distributed algorithms, the computation is distributed among system. If there are system, the the computation occurs in a distributed way. So the parallel graph algorithms are designed to increase efficiency of the computation. So it will increase the efficiency of the computation when we do a work in a parallel way. Uh, and the example of the parallel algorithms is Prim's minimum spanning tree algorithm. And in distributed algorithm, computation is done working with geographically distributed system. So distributed graph algorithms are necessity, especially for networking. So the example is flooding for broadcast algorithm. Now I will say the parallel algorithms, Prim's minimum spanning tree algorithm. These are the steps. So steps for the Prim's algorithm. First step is you have to remove all self edges. I think you know what is a self. The vertex which is having the itself as a edge. So uh, the second step is remove all parallel edges with high cost. You have to remove parallel edges which is having the high cost and choose any vertex as the source or root. You have to choose any vertex as a source and check the incident edges of the root vertex with low cost. It means you have to you have to find out the incident edges of the vertex of which is having low cost edge and draw that edge. From drawn edge, select the vertex. So you will draw the some edge. From that edge, you have to select the vertex and check the incident edges of the root vertex with low cost, along with previously remaining edge cost of a previously visited vertex. I will say this point in explanation neatly. As of now, just keep it in mind. When we will stop this process means, as we know, as we know, minimum spanning tree should have all vertices, no cycles, with less number of edges, uh, with less cost. Yeah. Now I will say the example. Ignore these lines, so you will know why I draw those lines. Yeah. This will be the graph. If we take select B as a source node, first thing I said, you have to remove. Uh, you have to remove the uh, self edges and the parallel edges. In this case, there are no self edges and parallel edges. So directly we will go to the third step. The third step is you have to select one vertex as a root. So I am selecting the yeah, I am selecting B as a root vertex. So now you can see the incident edges of the vertex B, that is 1 and 5 and 1, that is B2A, B2C, B2D. In these three, what is the least cost? That is 1 and 1. So you can take anything. As of now, I am taking B2D. So in the next step, the B2D is selected as uh, the B2D is the selected edge. And now what you have to do, from the same edge, D, you have to check D. Now from D, the incident edges are D2C and D2E, in which for which edge there is a least cost, the 2. But you have not to draw this edge, because as it is Prim's algorithm, we have to check previous vertices edges also. It means the previous vertex is B, so those that B edges are 1, 5, 1. This one is already visited, so now you will take the least one, that is 1. So now instead of this DC edge, you will take the BA edge, uh, like this. So the selected edge will be the BA. Now same from A. There is AF edge and AC edge and AB edge. AB edge is already selected, and now what is the least from 2, 3, 5, 2? That is DC, 2 is the least. So you can select AF and DC. Uh, from now, I am selecting DC. Uh, DC as my edge. So from C, there is C2A, C2B, C2D, C2E. So there are 4 edges. In these 4 edges, one edge is already visited. So from 5, 3, and 1, what you will choose? Obviously 1. So C2E, we will draw the edge like this. And now from E, you have F. Uh, you have only you have 3 edges, that is E2D, E2C, E2F. From these 3, what you have to select? Least one. But I'm repeating once again here. You have here 5, 1, 4. The least one is 4, because 1 is already visited. But you you should not draw the DE edge. As it is Prim's algorithm, you should check previously not visited edges. Like you have to see A to F, and that is 2, 3, and 5 and 4. Among all these, yeah, this is this 5 also. Among all these, you have to select least. So that is A to F. Now you will get the final minimum spanning tree of by using Prim's algorithm. Yeah. Now I will say in the matrix form uh, how the algorithm will go. So if we see this is the original graph. This will be the list list of the edge list of the edge costs. So I think you know how to draw this matrix like A B C D E F and A B C D F F A B C D E F. So A to A there is no edge, so you will keep 0. Like A to B you have an edge. A to B 1, the cost is 1, so you will write cost 1. And C A to C you have cost 3. Here you will write the cost. So if there is no edge, you can keep simply hyphen. And yeah, for now here B is selected. Here B vertex is selected. So since B vertex is selected, you have to check B adjacent vertex like B to A, B to C, B to D. So you will write all these costs of the B adjacent edges cost. Okay. You will write all adjacent edges costs. So 1051. Uh, like you can see, these only will come. For B to A, the cost is 1, and B to B, there is no edge, so the cost will be the 0. And B to C, the cost is 5, and B to D, the cost is 1. So the matrix will be same. The edge, the vertex will be changed. The selected vertex will be changed, and the list will be changed. It means the list will be updated with the minimum edge cost. If we see the next step, now we will selected D. So from D, you have 1, 2, 0, 4. As now you can see from D, what are the adjacent edges? BD and DC and DE. From all these, this BD is already selected as edge. So you have 2 and 4. This 2, 4 will updated here. If you see, this C is updated with 2 and the E is updated with 4. Previously it is E is empty but C is 5. Why we didn't write 5 here means why we didn't write 5 here means simply uh, as it is minimum spanning tree, we have to reduce the cost. We will check which has the least cost. When we compare to the 5 and 2, the 2 is the least cost, so the 2 will be updated here. Like this, for remaining also you will get it like this. So finally the final step will be the 102112. This will be the minimum spanning tree cost by using Prim's algorithm. And now I will skip into the applications of the Prim's algorithm. There are many applications where we use Prim's algorithm. Example in traveling salesman problem, and to build computer network system, to design a road network linking for small outlying villages, a network of pipes for drinking water or natural gas, placing micro towers or similar projects, where you will see all are connected to the parallel. It means these all should work in a parallel way. So in that way, the parallel algorithms, which is Prim's algorithm, undergo. Now I will go to the distributed algorithms. flooding for a broadcast algorithm. Flooding for a broadcast. The source sends a flood message to all neighbors. It means the message has been sent in only one direction, that is forwarded. The message has a type, which type is means flood. If you what is meant by flood? It's like the flood will flow only in one direction, not in opposite direction. So the message will be sent through the nodes in like a flood. So there will be a unique ID, that is a source ID and message sequence ID, and there will be the data. The data is which containing message. And next, the flooding for broadcast algorithm. The source sends a flood message with a unique message ID to all neighbors. It means if you see, suppose there is a message, there is a message M. You have to say, you will send to the A. This message will be sent to the A. The A node will send the message to the C and B. Now, from B, it will send to C and D. From C, it will send to E. You see, the message is going to the A, and the node A will send the message to the C and B. The B again sends to the C. So here the message duplication is occurring. So it is reduced by using list, sequence ID and list. So now I will say how to overcome this. The message will be sent to the A, and the node A will send to the message B. So when B and C, when it's sent to the message B, first it will check this message ID is present in that B node or not. If the message ID is present, uh, if the message ID is present, that message will be discarded. If the message ID is not there, the message will be taken by the B. So in this way, the flooding for a broadcast algorithm is done. Now I will say the applications of the flooding algorithm. The flooding algorithm is a basic algorithm which we will use in military applications and distributed database applications and wireless network applications. As we here we can say that this all needs as a distributed system. Like in military, you have to use like broadcast in a broad way. You have to send military equipment like in broad way. Like that, in these three applications, you have to get a distributed form. Uh, Now I will just the summary. So as a for this video, I said what is sparse graph and dense graph, and what are the representation of the sparse graph and dense graph. That is under the parallel algorithm and distributed algorithm, under parallel algorithm, Prim's algorithm, and flooding algorithm. Sorry, and a distributed algorithm, flooding algorithm, and the applications of the Prim's and flooding. Finally, thank you.